Tony was a bit out of order, I have to say, with that. I mean, he's very, Tony's old school. He's a legend. He's one of my favourite ever Arsenal players. He's the greatest captain we've ever had. Certainly the greatest captain I've ever watched in an Arsenal shirt. And everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But I just thought that was a bit. I thought he was just going a bit over the top with that. Especially it was coming just before a big game. I can't remember what was it just before the first game of the season? I can't remember, but it was just for Old Trafford, I think, wasn't it? And just thought, well, what's the point in that? And it's just a very old-fashioned view. I don't think, under Martin Odegaard as captain, Arsenal broke pretty much every record there was to break a couple of seasons ago. They didn't not win the league that season because they had Odegaard as captain. He led them to a remarkable season. Unbelievable season, record-breaking season. They've just pipped to the post by an unbelievable Manchester City team, unfortunately. So I didn't agree with Tony at all. And I like the fact that Odegaard has come out and said, look, I don't care, because I don't think he needs to. I don't think he needs to worry about a sort of old-fashioned view like that, no matter who says it, how important they are in the club's history. So I'm glad he sort of responded to it the way he has. But the only way he's going to respond to it and shut up all of his doubters is by helping Arsenal be successful on the pitch. That's what he's got to focus on. Last season, he wasn't good enough at that, unfortunately. He had a poor season by his very, very high standards, so he just needs to get back to playing as well as he possibly can this season. If he does that, then Arsenal are going to have a great chance of being successful, because Martin Odegaard's such a wonderful player when he's on it. And when he's on it, Arsenal are a better team. It's as plain and simple as that. So I think that's what he's got to focus on. I think that's what he will focus on. I don't think he'll pay too much attention to what the sort of outside noise. So yeah, I liked his response, and hopefully he can shut a few people up with his performances on the pitch this season.
Fraudulent pussies like Charles Watts will always open a statement by sucking the player off they're about to criticise. And that is, I watched Tony in 1989 win probably the best ever Premier League, well, not Premier League, but League One division title ever made. I watched him in 91. Oh, guess what? I watched him in 93 when he won the FA Cup. And he captained us also to a Carling Cup, the last one we've won. Oh, and also a European trophy in 94, the last one we'd won. And he was also captain in 98 and 2002, the last time he played. But I don't really agree with it, because you know what? Martin's such a nice guy. He's fantastic. He's cool. He's Arsenal captain, and we should just lay off of him.
I'm not Arsenal captain.
What the fuck are we doing here, man? What are we actually doing here? You fraudulent little pussy, old Charles Watts. And you're a part of something that I'm going to keep calling out and calling out and calling out. Fraud watch. And you are first on the radar. Because your captain, the one that you have a season ticket next to with your dad, has watched unbelievable Arsenal captains. He's watched them all. He's watched unbelievable managers at this football club. So the fact that you come out and you start off with saying all the fantastic things you've watched your captain Tony win, and then you spend the next 1 minute and 45 seconds slating him for Martin Odegaard. You're a fraud, bruv. And we are here to dismantle you, you pussy. On the right-hand side, we've got Views. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hope everyone's good in the chat, on the panel. Yourself, sir? Boy.
Yeah, man.
We're here to talk about it all, man. Big up, everyone. Smash the like, subscribe. You know what to do already, man. Big up, man.
Yeah, man, big up to you. Fuad, thank you very much as debut on the show. How you doing, my brother? Thank you very much for giving me your time.
Anytime, bro. Thank you for having me on, bro. It's a pleasure being on you. And everybody hit the likes, and whenever you're ready to go, boys. Big up everyone on the panel.
Yeah, man, big up, man. We've got a fridge freezer, yeah, as we've just got fridge freezer Northside. How you doing, bro?
Big up, man. Big up to the whole panel. Love for having me on. I'm good, man. I'm good, man.
Yeah, and we got Rashid to the left-hand side. How you doing, man?
Hey, you know what? I knew that was the guy that was wearing the girls' school uniform, innit? That was the guy. I knew him from somewhere.
That's not politics. That's not Calvert Lewin.
Oh no, but it's not illegal though. It's not illegal to wear. But let's not get into that. Anyway, big up to everyone.
Yeah. Don't start making me go into a territory that's going to get me arrested, yeah? Don't fucking start doing that shit, Rashid, yeah? That's not what we're here for. But listen, man, I wanted to open it with that because it just shows you every single aspect of how deluded the other side on the fence sit. And I just wanted to talk about it. I wanted to talk about Adam's What did he say? But the more importantly, we've gone through that before. But Odegaard, he's come out and he's just said, well, it doesn't really matter what world-class legends that's won everything at the football club. By the Champions League, by the Europa League, sadly for Tony Adams, he'd won every single other competition. Every single other competition. He captained annoyingly for the 2000s. That Galatasaray final, Jesus Christ, I don't even want to talk about that. That makes me feel sick. He should have won that. But he has won everything. He's won the last League Cup. He's won the last European trophy. Bro, the geezer won a Premier League title or a League One title in 3 different decades. The only captain, by the way, to do that. The only captain ever still in existence to do that. And you've got people like Charlie Boy Wankstein coming out and criticising for, and this isn't the problem, you're all well and good to criticise someone, but when you're criticising it for Martin Odegaard, are you taking a piss? Are you taking the absolute piss out of us, Arsenal fans? Because you have got thousands of deluded Wanksteins that you call fans. That's fact. And I feel sorry for every single one of them knob wanks. I really do. They're pathetic. I actually feel massively sorry for you that your life is carried on by wankers that talk that way. But, Views, I'm going to bring you in first, yeah? We're talking about Martin Odegaard, yeah? And we're talking about one of the press pass knobheads, yeah? Charlie Watts. What right has he got to come out and start fucking criticising Tony Adams, which he starts by saying he's watched unbelievable trophies being lifted under the guidance of this captain, and has then the audacity, the absolute fraudulent audacity to come out and criticise him and support his captain who has won nothing. The most substituted captain of Arsenal of all time, by the way, and he's only been captain for 3 years. Yeah. Tony was captain since 1988 till 2002. Patrick Vieira from 2002, obviously only to 2005. He's the most substitute captain of all time at Arsenal Football Club. How dare he come out and say things like that against someone that he's actually seen lift so much? Help me out here, brother. Am I insane or have I got a point?
No. It's like I said, innit? It's part of the cabal, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the cabal. The turn around, face the wall, and let me squeeze one part of your bum cheek. You know, like just compress and decompress. It's part, like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, certain people have said it themselves. You've got to be nice to Mikel, otherwise you don't get in the press conference. So what they say is irrelevant after that for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, people are saying pause in listen, I don't even need to do that, bro. I know what side of the thing I play for. Just what I'm saying, pause. Big man, yeah, talk to you. See me pause. But I get it. But listen. What I'm saying is, I thought that was David Koo. I was like, bro, who's that on the screen? but it's my man Watts.
Mine is the Charlie, isn't it?
Hey. It's compliment sandwich, innit? Are we gonna say all these things? That's what they think
Charlie
in
Watts.
their mind. Yeah. Even though they're kind of contradicting themselves, they think in their mind it's compliment sandwich. We're gonna say something nice first before we just try and follow, what we think that the club and everyone around Arsenal is gonna like. And to be honest, he ain't really got a dog in the race, so I don't know why he's saying all of that. Like, the guy's got a stack. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, Tony Adams. I mean, we don't even need to do all of that. Martin Odegaard, like, this guy rightfully should be benched at the moment. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't even be starting. So, like, it's just ridiculous. It's just, I mean, I ain't really got too much to say on it. Like, it's just, like I said, it's part of the cabal. Can I get a press pass, please? Can I get a Christmas card? Do you know what I'm saying? Will you come on my podcast? That type of thing, bro. So when those guys speak, I don't listen, innit? I just end it with that.
It's frustrating, bruv. It is frustrating, though, isn't it? When you've clearly got a captain, and this is what the problem is. Tony has won everything. He gave his life to us. So he's Mr. Arsenal, for crying out loud. He's got a statue outside the Emirates Stadium, for crying out loud. Shall we say any more? And I'll bring Fuad on this now, yeah? So we've got Martin Odegaard. Not for me. He's not really my captain. He's not really my cup of tea, yeah? What? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about this captain? Do you feel like he's the right man, or do you feel like there is better in this squad than Martin Odegaard?
First things first, they all know he's not a captain. I like listen, you know me, I'm a positive guy, but I know Martin Odegaard's no captain. Like if it was gonna be me, I agree with him. It should be Declan Rice. You see, like even when you watch the football, like I know people saying, oh yeah, but it's like a lot of people say, oh yeah, but they're all working together. They all chose. No, they never chose him. The man on the captain's aside is Declan Rice. Even when you watch him against Liverpool, he's like pushing them all, telling them what to do. The captain is Declan Rice. Jimmy, so they should really, the club should do the right thing, and someone should say to him, listen, you've done good being a flary captain, whatever, and just give it to Declan Rice. But we're going back to Tony Adams. Tony Adams is Mr. Arsenal. Do you get me? My man's Mr. Correspondent, AK Condom. Do you get me, bro? You can't even you can't even compare it. Like he's Mr. Arsenal. Yeah. Like I know a lot of fans, they do disrespect like the ex-Arsenal players, but you got to understand when you go to the team. When they even disrespected Henry, Vieira, but these people who go there, just look at the title, Dennis Bergkamp, Robert Perez, and just see the people lifting it. We got to go back to them for us to have some happiness. Oh, at least we won it in 2004, just for happiness. So, Tony Adams is got every right to say, and I agree with him because you can't have a captain, all right? Everyone's saying like I watched the other day, I think it was the last night or the night before, someone saying about, Martin Odegaard become good at the end. Yeah, he become good against Southampton, who were relegated, and Ipswich, who were relegated. They're two championship teams. You can't say a captain of Arsenal FC and you're only playing against championship teams, showing up against them. That's not captain material. That's just a one-hit wonder material. So no, I don't think he should be captain. I think it should be Declan Rice. And if it's not Declan Rice, they should give it to Gabriel. I'd even rather. And if it's not Gabriel, do you know what? I'll even give it. Maybe I'll even give it to. Maybe if it's not Gabriel,
anyone else.
Maybe
anyone else. Anyone else?
I'll give it to Calafiori because he's a hothead.
Oh, Fuad, you were doing so well. Come on, brother.
What?
Why did you do this to me? Why did?
Yo, listen, I would rather Calafiori than Martin Odegaard as a captain.
If it means that Odegaard ain't going to be captain, I suppose I'm technically inclined to agree by default.
Sorry, man, I didn't want to cut you off, but like,
you
were doing so well.
I read Calafiori.
I was listening,
and
it all makes sense.
No, but I read the Italian stadium.
Why would you give him the captaincy? He's been here for 1 year.
But I'm just saying, he's more hot-headed than thing. He's hot-headed. You need someone who's a bit hot-headed.
Do you need a hot-headed captain? A captain
he'll be hot-headed on the bench, Mr. Glass, bro. Like, we'll be lucky if he can play 10 games.
Our captain's on the bench anyway. It don't make a difference.
Yeah.
Our captain starts on the bench anyway, so it don't make a difference.
well, he should start on the bench. Our captain more time starts when he shouldn't, and then goes to the bench. But Calafiori will be a hothead from the bench.
Bro, give it to Saka. At least Saka. I did say Saka, bro.
No, Saka has too much responsibility, bro.
Do you know what this brings me in? It nicely segues me into what I want to. Sorry, go on. It nicely segues me into what I want to bring Northside in. Go on.
I know.
Finish it, Rashid. Finish it. You're good.
Northside, my bro. That's my broski right there. He knows. He's calm.
Speak to my lawyer.
Saka's 24 years old. You can't be telling me too much responsibility on him. It's time to put some pressure on Saka. Pause.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with you. When do you become a leader and a man then? There's no definitive age. There's no nothing. There is, you've either got it or you fucking ain't. And I'll tell you one thing, Martin Odegaard ain't. Look, listen, I played football, to a very low standard. Sunday league and then semi-professional, and not for very long because I found the pub very early and other things. And I just, I'd rather fuck a missus in the morning, do you know what I mean, than go play football and freeze in the cold. That was just me. But do you know, what can you do, innit? That was just me, do you know what I mean? Oh, well, what can you do? But do you know what? I always had the respect for a captain who go, like, when I weren't captain of the side, because I grew up being captain of most of my teams, because I'm a fucking winner. And I command respect. And I did for the vast majority of times. Guess what? Mikel Arteta as manager and then portrayed himself as a captain for Martin Odegaard don't command respect. If I was on that football field and Martin Odegaard come up and tried telling me, I'd say, fuck off, Martin. Piss off, you little boy band looking fuck. Go away. Don't tell me how to play my position, you you fucking idiot. If Tony come up to me and said that, I'd go, yes, Tony. What would you like, Tony? Anything, Tony? Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll play a little bit better, Tony. Sorry. Martin Odegaard. Fuck off, Martin, you little prick. Go away. He commands no respect. Guess what, Northside? There's no surprise that in Martin Odegaard, his performances last season were diabolical. And then he got his injury, which people seem to think it was the fucking whole season. No, it weren't. It was the 7 Premier League games last season. And he was shit before, and he was shit after. And then everyone was like, but he finished the season strong, Northside. Yeah. You got a pass that came into you in one of the games. I think it might have been Ipswich or someone like that. That flicked off of your ankle and someone else finished, and that you got an assist for. You got a couple of tap-ins. Oh, and guess what? It was all while the league was fucking done. But what was your form from November to January, February, and March? 1 assist, 1 goal. What are we doing here? Why is this fraud captain? Why does he get so much fucking excuses from these frauds, Northside? Help me out, bruv.
It's just what we've been for the last 21 years. There's more protection for Win the Dog. There's more protection for a manager that wins nothing. You've got El Nene's got a mural under the tunnel. You know what I mean? This is what we do. You know what I mean? Back in the process, protecting the cronkies. The whole priorities around Arsenal Football Club has been backwards. And then for him to come out and say that shows exactly where the fan base is. As soon as they have a voice on any type of platform, TikTok, YouTube, anything, whatever the case may be, it's all about popularity. He knows right now that he'll be more popular, get more likes, more views if he defends Odegaard. That's what it is. That's what that's based on. Right. Because even he had to state what Tony Adams has done for this football club. But in the end, he always has to go back to the popularity test. And that's what they do. They follow the popularity test. It was popular before to back Nketiah. It was popular to big up Fabio Vieira. It's been popular to back this manager. That's what they do. There's no integrity at this club. With this fan base will rather bash legends. It's funny because when we criticize players, we've always heard have you ever done it in the Prem? And then when we talk about legends that have done it in the Prem and won multiple titles, all of a sudden that goes out the window now. That doesn't matter anymore. But then you'll tell us, have we done it in the Prem? Well, if you want to talk about people that have done it in the Prem, what about the legends that have won it? That have won it in the Prem. But this is what I mean about this. They moved the goalpost.
Chaos in the club.
He said, why is he bringing it up now? Why are we even in phase 6 even having this discussion? How about that? Like, if he doesn't bring it up in phase 6, when should he bring it up? Phase 12. Is phase 12 we're allowed to address that the captain ain't led us to nothing? And this is what they always do every year. Oh, you're cussing him. He needs his players. He needs this. He needs that. Why can't you call out players? Why? In what profession does somebody that is at the top of their game in any profession is not allowed to call anything out? If you're a musician and you've sold millions of records, are you not allowed to have an opinion on good music? If you are a driving instructor and someone's learning how to drive, are you not allowed to critique their driving if they're not driving properly? If you're going uni and you've got a professor and you want to pass your grades, is the person giving the lecture not allowed to critique you if you're not saying the right answers for you to pass your exam? He's a specialist on what he's done, bro. He's won major honors in football. Is he not qualified to talk about a captain that is not performing? Being a captain himself. I don't understand the logic behind it. When can somebody that's a specialist in their field not critique somebody else? In what field are you allowed to do that? If you're learning to be a pilot, can you tell a pilot that's got thousands of hours driving as a pilot, he's not allowed to tell you if you're not landing the plane properly? Or if you're flying a plane under certain weather, it's negative. Why can't you just be quiet? Why can't you just? But I don't. It makes no sense. It makes no sense, bro. Like
the logic though beyond it, isn't it? No,
if only this fan base here. Before I shut up, if only this fan base have this kind of protection for our history, where this club is, who this club is in English football, our legends and the expectations, we would be winning major honors. But instead, they put that loyalty and that defense lawyer mentality behind the wrong things. Processes and youth projects and managers ain't won nothing. Players that haven't done anything that you're gassing up that you've never seen. So it's just a reflection of this club. Everything's backwards at this club. Everything is backwards. You know what I mean? So it just is what it is. It's been like this for a long time. And that there just shows exactly why we've been 21 years, no major honour.
Yeah. Well, listen, yeah. Wallet. Straight out there, bruv. It's facts. Absolute facts. Rashid, have you got anything to fucking add to that, bruv?
Hey, you know what? I know.
Yeah, when you start smiling, I know you've got something to add to it.
Just thought of it. You know what? I know a couple of people that didn't like Odegaard cutting his hair. Do you know what I'm saying? They liked him with his hair long. Do you know what I'm saying? I sometimes think about
little Norwegian Backstreet Boy, isn't it?
Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say? That's how they like him, because you know what? Yeah, when he used to say that they fancy him and whatnot, I'm like, come with me, man. You can't be. No way. Do you know what I'm saying? No way. You know, I'm starting to think, is it really like comparing Odegaard to Tony Adams and what Tony Adams did for the club? Do you know what I'm saying? It's mad. Yeah, they don't fancy him no more. They don't like him. Yeah, exactly. They don't like him no more. You know, he's not sexy no more. You get me? They don't like him with the new haircut. Now he's gonna cook, bro. Listen, Eze's here. He's the new toy. That's the new toy, Eze now. And now they're gonna move on from him to Eze. Yeah. No, it's all right. But like, because everybody else has just said whatever I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna tell you the joke of it. The whole joke of it is that this Odegaard, by the end of the season, nobody will rate him. From now to the end of the season, watch how it dissolves. It's gonna dissolve. It's done. Odegaard's time here is done, and Arteta as well, because he ain't gonna win anything. But Odegaard, his time here is done. Eze's here. Eze's the new toy. You see the amount of gas they gas this guy up. Not to say Eze is not a good player. Don't get me wrong. But the way they're, you know what I'm saying, it's mad. But this is our fan base, unfortunately, Aaron. You know what I'm saying? And I'll end it on this. This is our fan base, unfortunately. Do you know what I'm saying? They worry about everybody else's mental health. Do you know what I'm saying? Mental health.
That's
in
the
club.
inversion.
Do you get me? Inverted. Now I'm inverting. You know what I'm saying? I'm inverting as well. You know what I'm saying? Worrying about everybody else's mental health in the club. Players getting millions. Like Eva to country. Antanta Tereba. You know what I'm saying? That guy. You live in the country. You got the best things. You have the best cars. And they don't worry about our mental health. What about me? What about views? What about Aaron from Northside? What about us? How about us? Oh, you don't care about the working man, huh? You don't care about the working man. But whatever, man. Whatever. It's calm.
Rashid, you know what? I'm gonna ask this question based on what you've said, and then I'm gonna jump straight to views afterwards. Yeah. But you're saying about the shiny toy thing, and I know this fan base, they love a little shiny toy, but at the expense of their captain, who they love. Is it like, do we actually think that Eze is going to be the first shiny toy that threats the danger of their perfect boy band captain Odegaard to actually not play? Are they going to be stuck in a little bit of boy band limbo, shiny toy limbo?
They'll be stuck in.
If it means coming on with a new shiny toy, Rashid, at the expense
like Keisha, like Maya, like Kelly,
who's won everything.
They like both. He doesn't like his girl and his sighting. That's what I'm saying. Like, you like them both.
Fucking nom.
It gets to a point where you got to pick between them. When the missus is like, listen, you better get rid of that. You know what? Or I'm out. You're gonna have to. But no. All jokes aside, do you know what it is? They don't right now. Odegaard's still the loved one. Don't get me wrong. It's not Eze right now. So it's going to take a bit of time when they see Odegaard not doing anything. Do you know what I'm saying? Then comes Eze, because Eze's already prepared. They've already fell in love with Eze. They brought him in. Let it all work out. Let it all work. Do you get me? All of that. You know what I'm saying? Let it all work out. I can't lie. The video's sick. But the point is like, they cooked everything. They know how to cook these. They know how to cook. Arsenal's PR is mad. It's just so mad. They know how to cook everything in the right time. So right now, Odegaard, they rate, of course, but there's gonna come to a point where like this season's the end of Odegaard, in my opinion. But he's not gonna play a number 10, by the way. Eze's not gonna play the number 10 until Odegaard's either injured or is you know, no numbers,
Yeah,
zero
yeah,
numbers. Yeah, that's my thoughts, man. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, man. We love your thoughts as well, and I want to ask the same question as well to views, man. What do you reckon? Do you reckon these little bitches? Do you reckon these little fans? Do you reckon they're going to get fed up eventually of Odegaard for their new shining to Eze, or they're just going to go, "I'm sorry, Eze, you just ain't it if you're replacing our little baby boy," or they're just going to go, "Well, he's going to play at left wing," but Arteta won't play him at left wing because he's so defensive. He plays a defensive left winger in Martinelli. What's the crack? What do you reckon? What are we going to land at? Views. It's a tricky one.
Yeah, it is, because I think most of the fans are ready to. Well, I'm not even going to finish that sentence, yeah, because that was crazy.
Oh, come on, bro. Come on. I want to know.
They're ready to get behind Eze. Major pause, yeah. That was crazy. The fans are ready to do that, yeah. But it's Arteta, bro. It's Arteta, innit? Because look, yeah, Odegaard was injured or we having a late fitness test. He come out in his press conference. He said that he ain't kicked a ball all week. He ain't done no training. Therefore, you're cold. So even if you pass that late fitness test, you shouldn't have figured against Liverpool at all. So if you're not gonna play Eze when you had the prime excuse to play him, because Odegaard was out, he shouldn't even have played. He didn't train, right? And he done it last season with Timber in between the PSG games, right? Eze, that was a prime excuse for you to play him there. And Shane was saying, "Oh, he's too narcissistic," because if Eze plays there and does well, how is he going to fit his little teacher's pet back in there? Because no matter what Odegaard does, whether he plays half decent or has a stinker or, you know, does one good thing in the game, Arteta's keeping him on for 70 plus minutes all the time. And no matter what, the next week he's going to be in there again. So whether the fans actually want to, you know, get behind the player pause or whatever, right? It's like Arteta is a part of that. You know what I'm saying? He is holding that back a little bit. And as you said, will he play him out on the left? I think he will. I think he, depending on the opposition. Like if we go away, then he'll probably, as you said, he'll play Martinelli for his defensive work, right? But if we're at home, he might play him on the left to begin with and then switch him around. We'll have to wait and see. But you know, any competent manager knows is competition over cover, and that's why it's like, this season, I ain't really got the energy to be going back and forth with who's a top, who's a bottom, who's this, who's that. I don't really care. Everyone look at this manager because he's had long enough. He spent the money. You know, I think everyone can agree that the squad is good enough to win something. You know what I mean? Something. Yeah. So what excuse have you got now? Even the tippity toppest of gooners, bro. How are you making excuses for this guy now? When he turns up to Anfield with bricks in the middle and a defensive.
They find it, bruv.
Bro,
they
like
find it. I don't know how they find it, but they find it. They find them excuses all the time, and then they constantly get let down, and then they just find a whole new set or a whole new way to negotiate around the same excuses. It's embarrassing, and then think that people like me, people like Views, people like Northside, people like Rashid, Prince Fuad, I don't know his 100% opinion yet, but he seems that he's got his head screwed on somewhat. They think that we're not going to notice. And then we're not going to be calling out. The only problem is we're the minority, bro. That's what the problem is. Yeah. And that's the worrying thing. That thankfully, we've got 300 people in here listening to fucking sense. And big up to you. Smash the likes on the screen. Give me a cheeky subscribe. But don't you ever forget not to give views on sport. Prince Fuad, Brother Northside, and Rashid, a cheeky little sub as well. The absolute geezers. Don't forget to do that. Northside, man. I want to move it on. And I want to move it on to a bit of Nottingham Forest, yeah? Have we got to shake things up? And I know your answer already, but I want you to tell everyone. We've got to shake things up, right? And I'll tell you why we've got to shake things up. Because if we'd have drew the Liverpool game, yeah, I would have been the first person to go, look, I'm not gonna fucking wax lyrical on the performances, because the performance against United was shit. The performance against Liverpool was shit. The first half performance against Leeds was pretty shit, to be fair, and I watched it with my own peepers. But if you'd have said, get through them games, 7 points out of 9, all right, whatever, just show me something different. We decided to play the very same way that we've played against the Big Six. We're unbeaten against the Big Six. We played against the same way, and now we've decided to lose because we weren't good enough. Luck weren't on our side this time. We have got to play a different way now, because what we've seen really is shit performances this season. And everyone will go, you're only 3 games in, Northside. But this is what we've seen for 18 months, isn't it, brother? Is this now like another audition where it's at home, where Mikel Arteta has got to show the fans and show everyone, show his rivals, show his rival managers, show his rival fans, Arsenal Football Club can play good football. We can blitz good teams, and we're actually here to win something. Or do you reckon they're going to be cagey motherfuckers like we've always seen? What? How do you reckon he's going to set up for that North Side game, for that Nottingham Forest game, brother?
Yeah, I think it's going to be the same old nonsense, man. I know they got the new manager. They got and they're now. I don't care about manager bounce. We have to go there for the 3 points, and there's no excuse. We didn't win the league last season. The big reason was too many draws. So I'm not really with this playing for a draw. We've got the team. We've got the players to play attacking football. You can play Gyökeres. You can play Dauman, you can play Eze, you can play Ethan. There's enough attacking talent there for you to go out there and play for the 3 points. If you want to shut up shop, let's say we're 1-0 up in the 80th minute, 85th minute, you've also got that option as well. You can bring on your Morenos, or you can bring on your Norgards and try and shut up shop for the last 5-10 minutes. So there's no excuse. We've got the players to play attacking football and defend as well, and hold on to the lead, hold on to a lead. And the way that people talk about our defense, that are one of the best defenses out there, then we should be able to see a game out. You know what I mean? By hook or by crook. Yeah. So I don't really want to see this defensive football. And if West Ham were able to beat them 3-0 and go for it, and West Ham are a team this season that are expected to get relegated, why can't we?
Facts.
Are we as bad as West Ham? So I just don't want to. I don't want to hear the excuses. We've already had some poor performances at the start of the season, following up pre-season, and just get the lineup right. But he hasn't got the lineup right. He hasn't got the tactics right. Tactics weren't right against Man United. We got away with it. Leeds, superior team. Liverpool, we had no idea in how we was going to get the 3 points. So I don't know. Everything needs to fix up, because everything looks wrong to me at this current time. I can't lie. Everything looks wrong, but we'll see, man. This manager doesn't learn, man. Like, he takes forever to learn. So yeah, I just want him gone. We all know. Like, we can all discuss it here right now. We know he's going to continue with the same nonsense. We know he's going to cater to Odegaard. He's gonna jeopardize Eze's best position. He's not going to cater to Gyökeres. It's the same old nonsense with this manager, and that's from 6 years of observing this guy taking way too long. The fact that we're still playing Martinelli on the left-hand side, in 2 years, you're still doing that when he's been crap for 2 years, shows you exactly how long it takes this manager to rectify his own mistakes. So
2.5 years ago, Northie tried selling him. That's the biggest joke. He knew that he weren't good enough when he tried signing Mudryk.
But Aaron, he played well for Brazil. He played well for Brazil.
What, that one time?
Martinelli reborn.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Do you know what I've heard as well before I bring Fuad back in,
what?
yeah? Do you know what I've heard as well? Odegaard. Oh, he smashed it against, who was it? Andorra or Moldova or something like that. Yeah, guess what? I remember him getting a hat-trick of assists against Israel. What did he do in his next 2 games? Oh, yeah. Bye, Odegaard. Where are you? Peekaboo, Odegaard. You played Real Madrid, your previous employers, and you think, do you know what? If that ain't going to give you enough to step up your game, nothing will. Showing your previous employers why you shouldn't let me go. If that ain't a big enough for you, I don't know what is. What did Martin do? Toodaloo. I didn't seek. Bye, Martin. See you. Time for telly. Bye-bye. Bye, Martin. That's what he does. He was fraudulent. Bye-bye, piss off. What we doing here? They're saying, oh, yeah, he had a fantastic game at the weekend. Whoever they played, they won 11-1. He got 2 assists against one of the worst teams in the world. Watch him go stink the fucking place out against Forest. Fuad, what do you reckon on the Nottingham Forest game? Are you believing in your captain if he starts? Do you reckon he's going to captain us to a victory?
You don't know. This season, you don't really know who's going to start. Because like we gotta be it's like we just gotta go off facts, innit? Like you don't know who's gonna start. Like everyone thought we was expecting Eze to start in Anfield. That didn't happen. You're gonna, it's everyone's saying, oh, we need a left winger. Like all these, even like the other day, I think it was the last night. Yes, I seen someone talking about like Martinelli starting. Martinelli's our left winger. He starts with Eze in the squad till he starts Eze in front of him. Till then, he's our winger. That's something I'm not made up. You don't have to be. Oh, I know. No, that's Arteta. The whole world can see who he's starting. So that's the reality. So I don't know who he's going to start because it's easy to predict. Oh, I think he's going to go with Eze. I think you never know with Arteta, and that's the God. So even if you support him or you don't support him, that's the truth. You don't know who he's going to start. Is he going to play Eze in the middle? Is he going to play Eze in the way? Is he going to bench him? You don't know. You don't know. Like you know the buzz, like the buzz around Arsenal when we signed Eze. Come out to the pitch, presented in the players. A week later, all Arsenal fans were like, you know what, we're going to go. And so, but I hope he doesn't play that negative football, man. I hope he goes. I hope he does start Eze. I hope he starts. Now, I don't mind Naraweri starting in the middle too. You know, Eze. Now, change it up a little bit. Let's see what it is. Don't change up with them players. I don't want to see Max. You know, to be honest with you, I don't want to see Max Downing though.
Why? Who would you rather see? Who would you rather see? If you say you don't want to see Max Damon, which clearly indicates to me that you want to see a change or you expect a change, then who don't you want to see?
No, because there is nothing wrong. I don't want to see him because there's nothing wrong with his talent. It's the mental thing. You know, because
okay, cool. But like you're saying about you don't want to see Max Damon, who don't who would you rather see in his place?
Honest to God, I'd rather Trossard than Max Downing because Max Downing, it's nothing. It's nothing to do
based on what?
Based on he's a young kid, and when I see that when he went to Anfield, you're all going off pre-season. He got tackled, and if you're a footballer, go and see his reaction after that tackle. He was stunned. You could all big him up, praise him, but the boy was stunned. And I don't want to see that to a 15-year-old kid happening again. He shouldn't be bringing him on them kind of games.
I don't want to see Trossard play central attack or right midfield again because every time, if you can name me one good game,
I'd rather Trossard because of the experience and the mental stuff. And Trossard always does good against Liverpool. So I'd rather Trossard because he knows the Premier League. He's played in the Premier League. You can listen, boys. We can't turn around and say
1 billion for what? That's what gets.
Yeah, I know, but that's also you spend £1 billion to ride a 15-year-old.
When have Trossard?
If he's good enough, he's good enough.
Ever? If he's good enough, he's good enough. And you can bring.
No, but every time, Trossard. But he's not Rashid.
You shouldn't even have Noni Madueke. Can we start there? You shouldn't even have Noni. Let's.
But he scored. He scored though. He got his England goal.
I don't think Max Downing was ready.
He scored for England
though. And you guys are
he had a great game.
You guys, you gotta be real. You can't run on a 15-year-old kid. If you want to win titles, you want to play.
It don't matter if he's 12. It don't matter, Fuad. It don't matter. He's a baller. Lamine Yamal was a baller. It doesn't matter how old he is.
It doesn't matter. When he got tackled in Anfield, his face give it away. He ain't gonna be a baller throughout the season. He's not ready.
Come on, man. He can't be. What's the faces?
Fuad, are you the same guy? Maybe I don't know. Did you praise Reece Nelson? No, sorry, not Reece Nelson. Did you praise New Skelly? Fucking what am I doing here? I'm going back into 3 years ago. Let me get this right. Spastic. Well, were you the geezer that was praising MLS? Or what about Ethan Waneri last season? Did you praise him at all? No, they were young kids. They were young kids. So I'm just trying to gauge what age you think that someone's able to play. Because when Ethan went there, and I'm seeing positives from a 15, 16.
Yeah, but I've seen the same positives of Ethan when he was playing against Brentford 15. When he brought him off for 1 minute and he brought
Ethan's still a baller.
That's made his debut at Young. Did you?
Yeah,
not think that Fabregas should have played in the 2005 squad?
He's 15 years of age. He's a kid in the end. You're bringing him on in Anfield.
But he's old in his feet. When it comes to his feet.
Bro, listen.
He's 25.
It doesn't matter, bro. A kid gives it away, bro. Doesn't matter. You can see it on YouTube, bro. When you're an athlete and when he got tackled, his face give it away. That face told me he's not ready to play in the big boys league.
Brother,
neither is Odegaard. Neither is Odegaard.
So does Odegaard. Odegaard doesn't even go for that.
It don't make sense. If you're going to go to the leagues, don't play 15-year-old, bro. I'll be honest with you. If that boy plays, nothing's going to happen. And then you be the first stop. Why are you playing the 15-year-old? I'd rather the experience.
No. Nobody's going to say that about Max Dowman.
No one's going to say that.
Max Dowman is a baller forward. I'm going to tell you right now.
I'm not taking nothing away. Yo,
it doesn't matter how old you are. His legs are 25. It does not
You
matter.
guys are going to Barcelona.
We've seen
Barcelona got a
younger
manager
players.
with their Barcelona are playing with youth. They got a lot of youth there.
So are we. I thought this was a youth project. I thought this was a youth project.
Yeah.
Not for the 15
Well, manager said that.
Now it's not. Scrap that.
I don't agree with it.
But
you
Phil,
be the first one
that's
to
fine.
moan about it then. If he plays that shit game,
so if it's not a youth project anymore, if it's not a youth project anymore, then when did it stop becoming a youth project and a serious project?
From the moment Berta come,
from when?
From the moment
so only now.
Okay, no. From the moment
when do we start taking this Arsenal squad seriously? Then?
Yeah. I'll tell you when. From the moment when all you were moaning about Berta, who come in and made the stands.
When? No. You're giving us our own opinion.
What Madueke?
What's your opinion?
What Madueke? That shouldn't be celebrated, bro. By Madueke, that's not a celebration moment.
No, but Eze's a celebration.
That's not a
Gyökeres is a celebration.
It's not a celebration.
It's not, bro.
Gyökeres is not a celebration. Brother, listen, we bought Eze. Who was in for Eze? Tottenham. You can't bully Tottenham. Next. Gyökeres. Who was in for Gyökeres?
How many times
Juve and Milan. No, wait. We used to lose players because of Chelsea, because of big clubs. Nobody went in for these players, by the way. I'm not saying that they're bad, by the way. Just before people shoot. You know what I'm saying? They're good players. You know what I'm saying? They're good players. But don't make it sound like this guy has done something mad. Because he's done his job.
About silverware. Do
you have that meme where Roy Keane saying
Eze,
do his job?
Okay. So I'll play. Okay, so
Eze
I'll break it down to like
come
this. Eze went to Crystal Palace, won their first major honor, went against with all that pressure against Man City, won their first major honor. Eze, okay, but then you guys
I could argue that's 1 year.
Yeah. But
then let's play this game.
But
I'm a
that's
top gooner, trust me.
But that's a statement there. That's a statement. Eze have made a statement in the Premier League, bro. He has made a statement.
Leroy, by the way, he said that who was in for Isak is crap. Brother, Isak's 120, my friend. Gyökeres is 60. So let's not compare. It's not the same. 120, bro.
There was a lot of teams in for Isak and Gyökeres and that, but they chose their team.
Also, can I just add this? Because Isak, whilst more Premier League established, also needs to run off the shoulder. He needs to be fed to play the ball. So if Isak was actually at Arsenal for 70 million more, he would still be starved of fucking passes, to be fair. So actually, the striker that we've got between them two is almost virtually irrelevant, because if neither of them are going to be past the fucking ball, they're not going to be able to show their finishing ability. And that's been the problem with Victor Gyökeres at Arsenal. And that's why people might be heavily critical on us, yeah, and go, oh, yeah, you hate a player after one or two performances. I actually will give Victor Gyökeres a pass for a certain amount of time, of course, but I will give him a pass in the fact that the geezer, we all know what he thrives on, and that's balls in, yeah? Pause.
Yeah.
Come on. We all know what he thrives off. We all know how to. We all know what gets him going. Yeah, we all know what gets him ticking. And if Arsenal Football Club ain't doing it by design of the manager, brother, name me a striker in world football that Mikel Arteta under this team and setup would actually get the better of. There probably fucking isn't one. Every single striker in world football, this manager would regress playing under the system. But he only improves Marino because he's a fucking midfielder. He get a couple of tap-in goals, and then he'll go, look how he's improved Mikel Marino. Oh, yeah, you've put a geezer up front, and look at Mikel Marino's goals. How many touches have they been? Have they been self-served goals? No, they haven't. They've been tap-ins, headers, some of them fluky, one touch and a finish. Now, you might say also that's a striker, but also the proper strikers that we buy make their own goals. All of Mikel Marino's goals are one or two touch finishes. But by default, fair dues to him, he scored. That doesn't make him a striker. That just made him a good finisher on that occasion. He's not a fucking striker. But he would ruin everyone. Northside, what's your thoughts on that, bruv? Before we put you to sleep.
I'm knackered. I can't even lie. But... And I'm tired of this forward argument as well, man. I just forward at the end of the day, yeah, like you don't want to rely on the kid, but if our recruitment was better, we wouldn't have to rely on the kid. We're going based on quality, not based on age. And we used to have a manager that used to give a lot of youngsters a lot of minutes. Theo Walcott, he was extremely young, got into the England setup. We were starting him in games. Do you know what I mean? Aaron Ramsey as well. Loads of players. Carlos Vela. At the end of the day, if you don't want to play him, then loan him out. Because why has he been promoted to the first team then? What's he here to do? Not get any minutes. Players need minutes to develop. Now, no one's saying that he has to play the full 90 every game, because you can start him and take him off at half time. You can do that. That's still managing his minutes. You don't have to play him for 90 minutes of the game. But the problem goes back down to, why are we getting youth players that are better than the starting 11? Skelly's better than Calafiori. Ethan and Dowman are better than Odegaard. This goes down to the recruitment. The winger that we brought in isn't even better than Ethan or Dowman. That's just a reality. So if you're really upset and you don't want us to be suggesting starting these kids, I agree with you that we shouldn't be completely relying on them, which is why we could have had, there was better players out there, better wingers out there that we could have went and got, and we didn't. So your angers really needs to be directed at the manager and at this club and how they recruited in that area, because you can be happy with Eze and other players, but in terms of the wingers, we're supposed to get rid of 2 wingers and we're supposed to bring in another 2. Really, we should have got a proper rotation for Saka and revamp that whole left side, because nobody's been holding down that left-hand side. That's what we needed to do on the wings, because you ain't happy with Trossard and you ain't happy with Martinelli. When you're saying start Martinelli, start Trossard, oh, but they got experience. But every experience ain't good experience. We had El Neni that had experience in the Premier League, and what did that get us? We had Holding that had Premier League experience. Callum Chambers had experience in the Premier League. We had loads of players that had experience in the Premier League, but what did that get us? Like, experience alone doesn't mean that you're good enough, bro. Do you know what I mean? So, listen, at the end of the day, like, we're just critiquing the fact that we didn't strengthen enough in that position. That's why we're not giving the window 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Because some areas were good upgrades and certain weren't. And the way that you talk about Eze and Gyökeres is not the same energy in the way that you'll talk about Madueke being an addition to the wings. Because you know it's a massive drop-off in quality. Or much of a muchness, really. Much of a muchness. Madueke, Trossard, Martinelli, much of a muchness. There's not much between these players. So, we never, and to be honest, and to be honest, before I finish, we never asked for a youth project. Yeah, but now that we've got young players that we actually rate, now it's a problem that we want these youngsters to start. But you guys were the same guys that are telling us you wanted to start ESR, you wanted to start Nketiah, you wanted to give Reece Nelson was a good deal to give him 100k. You man have been pushing this youth project, and now that we're saying, yo, start certain youngsters are clearly levels ahead of certain players that are supposed to be experienced, now you don't want to play these guys. But I didn't hear nothing about age when we were starting Skelly last year, week in, week out. You man weren't talking to us about age. When Saka was given his opportunities based on performances, you guys weren't talking about age. So I feel like you guys do the age thing. You pick and choose when you want to do the age thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Fuad, do you want to say something back to that? Because obviously it seemed to be directed back to you there, bro.
No. Okay, I hope he plays him. I hope he plays him every game, all right? I hope he plays him every game.
We win the league.
Why are you acting like a woman now? Now you're being dramatic.
No. I want to say, I hope he plays him every game. And if he freezes and all that, I don't want to hear your bullshit. You and Rashid, okay? I don't want to hear. No. You sit
look at this.
Yeah.
Theo?
You're definitely on your time of your mum, because I never said that.
I say, what did I tell you? He's a kid.
He
you guys, he's good enough. He's old enough. So we'll see in it. I hope he plays.
He is. I'll be real. I feel like we'll win the league if we play Trossard.
Whatever you do.
What's his name? Trossard. Dowman. Every game, bro.
Why are you breathing in London, bro? Why are you breathing down there?
We're breathing the fumes, mate. That's why we went to you, Les.
This ain't North, this ain't Fuse, and this ain't Aaron. And it's not the team. You know what I'm saying? It's not the team. Like the rat army, the negative gooners. It's not us. It's just me. I truly believe that if we play Max Dowman, we will win something. We will win something 100%. We win the league.
He hit on the head already. Like, yes, in other situations, in competent situations, if you're good enough, then you should play. At Arsenal, this donut Lego head relies on the ESR and Saka bailed him out. Miles Lewis Skelly and Ethan bailed him out. Now it's going to be the shiny new toy endowment. And the thing is, all of these youth actually look better than the first teamers. So that's why we're like, raw. But North is right. It's like, you know, when they say two things are right at the same time. And so is Fuad, because it shouldn't be down to a 15-year-old to come in like and look better than the first team players. But who's that on? Who is that on? So instead of us going back and forward with each other, like I said, peel back the layers and look at the one common denominator. And
you know what's crazy?
But they back everything that the manager does, though. So why are they not backing him, promoting Dowman and adding him to the team? Because you man always tell us to back it. When it's Havertz,
no, but you can criticise him. Backing him and criticise him. I criticise him for not paying Nairo anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, criticise Arteta. What did you criticise?
Yo, I believe that Nairo should be in the team more. Whatever you want to play him, you should be in the team more. More before Max, before all of them. You boys, you've seen that against Leeds.
But he's only got one season of experience. You can't be that
fickle.
Well, he's only got one season of experience, though.
Bro,
so based on your argument, that don't make sense.
Last year, did Nairo really?
But do you want the experienced players or not?
No. But what have Max Downing done in the Premier League? I'll tell you what Nairo have done. Last year, the Wolves, he bailed us out.
Okay, so it's based on
you guys get so what with it. You can't get excited. Friendly.
Exactly. So
it's called
should be starting then. So
no, you shouldn't be starting because he's playing friendlies.
Your argument was about experience. You said Trossard and Martinelli based on experience. You said, I want the experience.
No, I'd rather Trossard.
Hold on, you're cutting me up because you know I'm calling you out on your words. You said I want to play the experienced players. Yeah. When we were calling for Dowman. Now when it's Ethan,
I'd rather Trossard than Dowman.
Now that it's Ethan,
I would rather Trossard than Dowman.
Now that it's Ethan, now you want to go back to but I've seen Ethan do this in games. I've seen Ethan do that.
But it's in the Premier League.
So now it's based on
you can't. You're going off friendly.
That's underbelly coloring, bro.
You're moving the goalpost. You can't say with
that. That's an underbelly. That's an underbelly, North. Come on.
He's the mothership, bro.
No. I disagree with this.
Watching me go
Max Downing hype thing because I've seen better youngsters than him come through Arsenal. Way better. If for instance, when you go back in 2006, we were in Anfield, we seen Ali Adier score at Anfield, beat 6-3, Julian Batista, and all them youngsters, Danielson, all them youngsters go to Anfield, played against Steven Gerrard, played against Carragher. No, I'm just saying, if they had that hype right now, they'll be whoa.
It's not about the hype. You said about the experience. Why does the experience apply when it's Ethan? Why do you want Ethan based on performance?
Because I've seen Ethan for my own eyes bail us out. I've seen Ethan last season bail us out in the Premier League.
That's the thread we need to be tugging on. Why is Ethan sitting on the bench? Because obviously going back and forward, like we're not going to convince him.
Why is he sitting on the bench? See, I think he's clever.
We can all say about Max Dowman, though, innit? We can all say about Max Dowman, but what about Ethan then? Why ain't he getting minutes? Why did you choose Trossard over Ethan when you just chose Ethan a minute ago?
Ethan should be playing on the right.
So
you should play on the right.
You contradicted yourself.
Well, how? Because I like Ethan.
You just
I think
did.
Ethan's ready.
Yeah, no, but why have you chose Trossard over him?
No, I said I'd rather Trossard than Max Downing over Ethan.
Yeah, but what about Ethan then? Why you still chose to not choose Ethan Waneri?
The difference is Ethan don't play on the left.
So I'd rather
But we're not picking someone on the left.
You want the left?
We're talking about the right.
That position.
We're not talking about the left-hand side.
If you're talking about that position, I'd rather Trossard play there.
We was talking about the position because we wasn't saying that.
No. But that's a fact. I've seen Trossard go to Anfield and score the hat-trick. I ain't seen this kid do shit.
Bro,
did he do it for Arsenal?
I have seen Trossard
Did Trossard do that for Arsenal? Yes or no?
Yes, he did. He scored the winner against in the Emirates against Forest.
And how did Trossard's career go?
He scored a hat-trick. He scored a hat-trick at Liverpool, did he? Did he do that at Arsenal?
North, call him out. Call him out.
You know what? When you catch
tell me my life.
He does right now. Look, he just starts shouting. He don't let you land, so you don't call him out. That's what.
No. It's a fact though. You guys are deluded.
Just create chaos.
But how do you create chaos if you don't hit the whole question? Let me land the question.
Like he had a great
career. Let me put it in a.
No, I'm just saying. Instead of them big games.
Hold on. Let me pause it.
How many times has he done that?
No, but he scored the
winner. Let me land the question. Everyone's talking.
North, land the question.
Why is it when it's Dowman, it's about I don't want to pick him because he's not experienced enough. But then when it's Ethan, it's not about experience. It's about he's been performing in the last year. Why is it two different standards for both players?
Different positions, isn't it? We're talking about the left. I'm not talking about Ethan. I want him to start. I don't want a 50-year-old kid starting. I'm telling you now, I don't want a 15-0 kid in that starting.
Ethan
Because if you want
Ethan doesn't play on the
can't rely. Listen, you can't rely on a 15-0 to win you a league on the left.
So you must have been disgusted when Ethan came on against Brentford. Then you must have been disgusted,
bro. Why are you playing on a 15-0 kid and then not playing him again? Guess what's happening down? Alan? Can you see Arteta keeping him in all season?
We never asked about Arteta. We're saying our own opinion.
We didn't ask that all season.
So
we didn't say about all season. You're asking a different question. You're asking a different question.
Why would
you're
you
asking play him all season? That's a whole different question you're asking. Can I see him getting bit parts as a 15-year-old? Yes, I can.
You can't rely on a 15-year-old. Listen, I've been watching football all my life.
No, I can't.
Listen, I agree.
No, I listen. When people are going on now, when we're talking, when they're trying to compare him to Lamar from Barcelona and that, they play a system with youth all the time. They got a philosophy. They got a manager who plays that kind of football. We ain't that team, so don't compare him to that. However,
I agree with you. I agree with you.
People that's what people probably.
Hold up. And Nate, the words of Nate Dogg. Hold up. I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you that people shouldn't be comparing Max Dalman to what's his name, Lamine Yamal. I agree with that, but this is where you got to remember who on this panel is. No one. So you're ranting and raving for no reason.
No.
People on this panel don't have that opinion. You're ranting and raving on people who don't have that opinion.
He's been one of Mikel Arteta's biggest fans, and he's crashing out because he's stressed this year because he knows he's getting popped. Don't worry.
He's even got his hands on his thinking of the
of your greatest.
Listen, I know you guys.
What hardly you're finished. What hardly you're finished.
Top of the pop.
You will have a meltdown. You guys have a meltdown.
Stars in your eyes.
They're going to bring now 48. Do you know what I mean? Come on, man.
I agree that we shouldn't be relying on the 15-year-old.
Bro, you know your common sense. You got common sense.
No, I agree with that. But like I said, for me, that just points more fingers at Lego head, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? And not just that, can he nurture those players as well? And let me ask you as well, Fuad, is Miles Lewis Skelly a left back?
No, he was through the academy.
Bro.
He wasn't a left back, but he is, but he's not. But maybe he is, but we don't know if he is.
No, but I'm saying if you go watch him in academy, he played in the midfield, didn't he?
Yes.
In the midfield all his life until Arteta put him there in left.
So he's not a left back.
No, it's just a little test question, my guy. Like I agree with you with the whole. We shouldn't be relying on a 15-year-old. But like I said, that just points more fingers at Mr. Lander playing on the sideline.
I don't agree with Arteta doing that.
Mr. Defend.
Do you know what it is?
You can't just not agree. You can't just not agree just like this.
Why can't
I'm not going to agree in that.
I don't agree with that.
It doesn't work like
that's
that.
Why, bro.
There must be some type of something we play. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. This. Do you know what it is? I don't even want to say. Look, man, it's 1 billion spent, and you're telling, man, that there's so many players that are Max Dalman and Ethan on the right that are better. They're better than Noni Madueke. Do you know what I'm saying? Right now, they're better than him. We're not going to wait a couple of months until Noni Madueke gets his form, and then we'll see the Noni Madueke from PSV. Right now, they're good. We play him, bro. We take advantage. You know what happens at Barcelona, yeah? Barcelona buy players. It's not just that they bring players, obviously, from the youth team. I know it's a system and La Masia and whatnot, but like, they've got a team already and they add in. They're adding players. Every time someone looks like a spark, he's got that spark, he's got that moment, they bring him in. But you don't bring him in and just put him for 90 minutes every game, get him injured and that's that, and we never hear about him again. No, you play him for 60 minutes. You know what I'm saying? He played for 60, 45. Some games he doesn't play because he doesn't fit those games. Do you know what I'm saying? But like, you can't tell, man, that Max Dalman and Ethan are not better than what we got right now. Right now. I'm talking about right now because this is a competition. This is a group. This is group. Football is competition. You're competing for your position as well. You're not just competing for the trophies. You're competing for your position as well. Anybody that played football here and in the chat know if you're a striker and you're missing 4 games, you start to know that you're going to be on the bench next game. Best believe. If you're on the bench and then the next striker comes in and scores, you've got a problem. If you don't have credit in the bank, that's you on the bench, and that's my man on the pitch. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. There's players like Odegaard. The credit in the bank is done. Do you know what I'm saying? It's done. He used all of it. You know what I'm saying? We gave him 1 year. He's used all the credit. You know what I'm saying? You know when they send you, do you know what I'm saying? When they said like the credit is done. Okay, exactly. Man, he knows it's done. You know what I'm saying? It's done. You need to go pay that £20. You know what I'm saying? You need to pay the £20. Sky are calling. You need to pay that £20. Sit on the bench and work your way into the team again. Nobody's saying that you have to go. You don't have to go. You can sit on the bench just like everybody else sat on the bench. Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, Haaland, all these players sat on the bench. Do you know what I'm saying? These players that are better than you, won more than you, are in Ballon d'Or conversations. Everybody sits on the bench apart from Messi. And the reason why Messi, you already know why. Everybody else sits on the bench, bro. If you're not playing well, that's that. You get me? That I just feel like, come on, man, we gave him a lot of rope, you know what I'm saying? But not just Odegaard. All these players, bro. Saliba's my favorite player at Arsenal, for example, yeah? And I'll end it on this, because I have to go as well. Saliba's my favorite player on Arsenal. If he's not playing well, bench. Do you know what I'm saying? There's nobody bigger than the team. You know what I'm saying? You're not bigger than the team. You're a player that I like, and that's that. You get me? That's that. It stops there. But these man, because they like a player, they want him to succeed so bad, so they don't sound like they're not, do you know what I'm saying? That they were wrong someday when they said that Odegaard's going to be something amazing when he joins this club. Because Odegaard was the big dream. A lie? Huh?
Next bird camp.
Come on.
Odegaard and that.
Give it time.
Forward. Who's winning the league this season? Who's winning the league?
Oh,
Arsenal.
Huh?
I think Arsenal won the league this season.
Based on what? You know what? Based on what?
Based on what? Based on what?
Based on what? Yeah, to be fair, yeah, you got to answer that. You can't lob that out there. Give us why.
Why? Because I think if Arteta has been under immense pressure after the last game, so he knows he has to start and he has to find form from now, like with Eze. So play Eze. If Martin is not doing it, forget Martinelli running back. Put Eze on the left. Put what's his name? Whoever, I know he's gonna start Martin Odegaard. So put Martin. But bro, I'd rather Eze on the left. Eze, because he does it in the Premier League. He's done it, bro. You can't sit there. You can't sit there. You talk about silverware. He's done something in Palace that no other team man have ever did. Winning their first major honour. That's a man who got cojones. That's a man who could take on pressure. That's a man who got responsibility. You want all these things, but when someone tells you he could do
that's a man that will be played out of position.
So if he plays Eze on the left, if he plays then obviously Martin Odegaard, Gyökeres, and when Saka's back, bro, that's a force.
Look at that.
What on FIFA?
No.
Come on, man.
I'm trying to give her a little bit of credit for that, yeah, because obviously that's the only way you can fit. But I want you to let's not get distracted. Let's concentrate. Let's pull out the real threads that we need to pull at, yeah. As you just said, cojones and all that. One silverware at Palace, the better player actually. But your manager is going to keep him out there on the left-hand side. So let's hope he does well there because he was a left 10. He weren't really a left winger. Let's be honest. He can play there. That's the only way we're going to get him in the team. So we have to ask now for competence because if that was a competent manager, Odegaard would be sitting his ass down on the bench, bro. Eze would be in the 10. And that's a fact. Because yes, you're right. I was gassed when we got Eze. But only because I know that he's there, like Gyökeres, for the next manager when Lego head fumbles again. Because he's fumbling, bro. Yeah, he buys a goalkeeper, they play up front. He buys a CDM, their left back. He buys a centre back, their right back. How much more can we continue like this, bro? Because even, look, forget all of our argument. Like I keep trying to say, this is my biggest message of this season. I don't even really want to be going back and forth. Just look at this clown, bro, because he's fumbling the bag. Just like you said, you think Ethan should play, Eze should play. All of the things you said is right. We shouldn't be relying on a 15-year-old. But whose fault is that? No one tell me about, but now he's got pieces and the last season he didn't because last season that was the team that he built. You can't shit in your bed and then complain that there's shit in your bed. You shut the bed.
Any complain it smells, isn't it?
I'll end it on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't do it. Well, listen, we will end it there though. But I just wanted to run through a couple of little bits. Yasser, big up to you. Listen, so go and subscribe to Yasser TV. He's had a fucking nice little upward trajectory lately, and I'm buzzing for him. Yasser, he's an awesome geezer. All right, he's a Chelsea fan for fuck's sake, but he's a nice geezer. He's a nice geezer. Saying, man, them save the head loss for after the Forest loss. I hope that ain't the case. But
he's a funny guy.
There probably will be a head loss if we do lose to Forest. But big up Yasser. He's a lovely geezer. And I've had the privilege of meeting him in person, so I can categorically tell you he is a nice geezer. Oregon, I've met him in person as well. Our brother from fucking Oregon. Portland, big up to you, my geezer. I've had a very, very, very pleasurable to meet him, rather. Top debate right here, incredible panel energy. Thank you very much for taking your time to be in the chat, my friend, my brother. Always a pleasure. We got Joseph Connor Golden, supports absolutely everyone, man. He's a fridge freezer of the Arsenal fucking geezer sites. You know, the ones who talk real stuff. Big up to JCG. He's had big up Aaron Panel, Views and Rashid, 2 wind ups. Yeah, they're 2 fridge freezers. And we've got Big Fucker. Hello, Big J Shreds. Insufficient funds. Big up the big fucker. We like a bit of J Shreds over these parts. But listen, man, I will wrap here because we've obviously, you know, we're all busy geezers. We are going to redirect over to Shane, who starts in 3 minutes. So if you could raid him with 4'9" raid, that would be, or not Rowd as I've just put. Do you know what I mean? You know, 4 foot Rowd. Yeah, do what you know.
Is he 4'9"?
That's me, you cunt, isn't it?
Even
though I'm 5'10", and Lee Gunner, by the way,
I'm 6 foot, by the way, man.
Sold himself out the geezer. Lee Gunner was like, I'm 5'11" and 1/4. I'm like, oh, fuck off.
No, you're not.
Adding the quarters
no, you're
in there.
not.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'm 5'10" and 3/4. Fuck off, Lee. Big up to Lee as well. Yeah, this geezer, fuck off.
He probably put 6 foot in the profile. Did I say?
Yeah. The Tinder profile. Listen. We're going to do this every Thursday. We won't be lucky enough to be graced with Northside, who's a very, very, very busy guy. He's got loads of stuff on. But every now and then, I'm sure we will be graced with him. So we got to say thank you very much for jumping on. Thank you very much as well for Fuad. You're welcome on it any time you want, depending on your calendar. I don't know what your deal is. But we will always have every single week views on sport. What a geezer. And our brother Rashid. We will do that. And we'll have a special guest, maybe 1 or maybe 2. And we'll mix it all up, you know, and when we're lucky enough to get Northside, we're lucky enough. But listen, we will raid over to Shane now. Show all of this panel some love, for fuck's sake, yeah? Come on. Smash a like on this stream on your way out. Let's just do that. Give me a cheeky sub as well. We just hit over 2K. So big up to you. I didn't even expect that in my wildest dreams that we'd be hitting them numbers. So thank you very much. But if you're not going to do that for me, do it for views. Do it for fucking Prince Fuad. Do it for my brother Northside, and do it for Rashid, for fuck's sake. Come on, man. Support the geezers. And if you don't, fuck you. Other than that, we are out. Big up to everyone. Double boom. Go and raid Shane. 4'9" raid. 5'9" core, I wish. Boom.